welcome to the GrapeSEED Official Podcast. On today's GrapeSEED Friends episode, we welcome a coworker, a friend of the show, Aaron Jones. Greig Steven is our guest today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Adam.
So let's start here. How long have you been teaching GrapeSEED?
So this is my fourth year, and the journey's been so fast, so fast.
I'm sure, especially with all the Corona stuff. We were talking off the air a little bit ago about how the days just seem to blur by.
Yes, with Corona, teaching in a kindergarten, 1 week blurs into the next, and then before you know it, 6 months have gone by. I just feel like it's the Corona just makes everything so hazy.
Another side effect.
Yes.
So this particular school year, I know the school year just started there in Japan. How many classes are you teaching and what units are they on?
So right now I'm teaching the current 4 to 5 years old. There's 2 classes for that. The 5 to 6 years old, there's 2 classes. And I'm teaching the elementary school, the second graders. I'm teaching the 4th graders, the 5th graders, and the 6th graders. So there's quite a few classes being taught. Right
What's
now.
What's that? 8 for you, or are there combined ones
I'm
for the elementary?
teaching 6 units at the one time, but there's 8 classes altogether. If you take in, there's 2 classes for the younger grades. So,
oh wow,
a lot of things to remember.
Yeah, no wonder your days are blurring by with 8 classes. That's a lot. So the elementary kids, I think we can all kind of guess what the kindergarten kids, what units they're on, but what about the elementary kids?
So right now, the second graders, they're doing unit 13. The 4th graders, they're doing unit 20. The 5th graders, they're doing unit 21. And the 6th graders, they're doing unit 22.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's been a very interesting the past year getting onto the units 21 to 30. It's a completely new experience, and the shift in the lesson plans, it's been very interesting. I think the students also enjoy it. It feels more grown up to them, I think.
Yeah, it's a big transition. So with all those units you've taught from 1 to 22 there, what is your favorite unit?
When I was thinking about that, so I have a few units that are very close to my heart, but I think the one unit that everything I think is really nice is unit 5.
Okay.
I think it's the songs, the stories, the chants, everything just goes together really well. And every time I've taught that unit, the students just seem to love it. They have so much fun learning with that unit.
What about a favorite component? Do you have one of those?
I think that everybody grows. I think it's a favorite of many teachers.
Popular pick, yeah.
And the other day, actually, I was very fortunate. I had some time to watch another teacher's class, and the teacher was asking, like, "Oh, what's your favorite GrapeSEED song?" And some were saying Orange, but most of the students, even though it's a story, they say that Everybody Grows is their favorite. It's just got such a lovely melody, and I think the students also love the meaning behind the song, because it's something that happens to everyone throughout their life. They're growing, and you can see it everywhere you look. So I think it's got a very nice meaning behind it.
Yeah, you can see it everywhere you look, just like yellow things in Unit 6.
So true.
So going back to your own personal experience with GrapeSEED here, when you first went to your first GrapeSEED training, what did you think? What were your first impressions?
I really thought that the training was very beneficial. There was so much information, and at the time, it was just before Mikolos had went to his new job post. I think actually he's had 2 new job posts, but at the time he was finishing that job post. So I think we were one of his very last classes that he was teaching. So that was my introduction to Mikolos. But there was a lot of information. But I just remember when it came to practicing the Unit 1 materials, we were put into 2 groups and we were practicing. And I just thought, this is so difficult. There's so much to remember. But I think that every GrapeSEED teacher has that feeling at the beginning. You just don't think that you're going to be able to do it. But as you grow and as you learn, things start to make sense and you get more confidence and it all starts to fall into place. So I can just remember thinking, there's a lot of information and it's good information, but I just felt so nervous doing that little practice session with other teachers. So, but now looking back, I'm like, well, where I am now compared to where I was, it's definitely a different place.
Well, that's good. You started teaching then, and then when did things kind of all fall into place? When did you kind of get to the sense where you were like, wow, this stuff actually works?
I think during my second year, the first year, it was just constant stress. I was at that time, it was just Aaron and me teaching. So we were teaching every available slot. And throughout that year, I had to learn units 1 to unit 15. So it was just this information overload of stories and songs and classroom management and learning GrapeSEED names and learning the routine of the kindergarten. So it honestly felt like I was just trying to swim without any previous information of knowing how to swim. But the second year, it was like the second time around, and you start to think, oh, I remember this song, I remember this story. So it starts to feel like you don't have to focus so much on that. It just becomes kind of second nature.
Goodbye, my friends, goodbye. I'm sad to say goodbye. It was a good day, but now I will say goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.